If you watch my videos, you already know how important mindfulness is, especially when it comes to stress management. You've also probably seen some of the videos where I have given you some suggestions and some exercises on how to practice mindfulness, because for some it can seem like a fleeting concept, not really concrete enough, maybe a little bit difficult to understand. Today I want to talk to you about mindfulness through the senses, and by senses I mean our five senses. The way that we see things and hear things and smell things and taste and touch things. Those are our regular five senses. So you can use your senses one at a time or more than one at a time to engage in a mindfulness practice. Think about the simplicity of that, and that can be such lifesaver, if you will, especially if you're struggling with the concept of mindfulness. What is this idea of mindfulness, and how do I engage in a mindfulness practice? Well, using your senses is a super easy, super simple way to do it. All it takes is a little bit of time and a little bit of practice, but you too can engage in a mindfulness practice by using your senses. So whether that's using one sense or multiple of your senses, whichever works for you, whichever you enjoy, or you can switch it up every time you do it. So let's start with sight. How could you use the sense of sight to engage in a practice of mindfulness? Well, you could do something as simple as look at some flowers or a plant that you may have in your home or in your office, where you can simply look at that plant. Forgo paying attention to anything else. Turn off the TV, turn off the music, don't look at anything else, but really have a nice, slow, deliberate, intentional look at that plant or flowers or whatever object you want to choose. Maybe it's an artwork, maybe it's a picture, maybe it's a piece of furniture, maybe it's your sleeping baby, or maybe it's your pet. Whatever it is that you choose, you can use your sense of sight to simply take a few minutes and really examine how this object of your attention looks. It really is that simple. The trick here is to not allow yourself to be distracted by other things, but simply have that one focus. You, the object, and your eyes, and connect with that object of your attention to the maximum of what you're capable of. And as you practice, you'll get better. So maybe you start by setting a timer for 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes to simply have a good look at this object of your examination. And guess what? When you're focusing on this one thing or one person, and don't do it to people to creep them out. I mean, when I say people, again, it could be your sleeping baby. You probably won't creep them out even if they woke up. But don't stare at strangers and scare them. That's not what I mean. I think most of you know that. But make that experience of it just being you, the object of your attention, and that's it. Just start with a minute or 2 or 3. It's that simple. And that's a mindfulness exercise. If you were to choose your sense of hearing, for example, maybe close your eyes and listen. Maybe you listen to the sounds around if you're out in nature, at a park or at a forest or something where there are nature sounds, you can just listen. Just listen. That's a very simple practice of mindfulness. You could do the same with the sense of smell, the sense of taste, the sense of touch. Your imagination is your best friend here. Make sure that it's appropriate. Make sure that you're not doing something while driving or operating machinery so that it's safe. Make sure that you're not violating anybody else's rights or privacy. You're not freaking anyone out by being inappropriate. I think that's understood by most people, but I'll just throw that in there. But other than that, what a simple way to start mindfulness practices by engaging your senses. And again, whether that's one sense at a time or multiple senses at once, it's so easy. It will take practice, and you'll get better with time and practice. But it really is that simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to sit in a lotus position somewhere on a mountaintop and have fasted for 40 days. That's not necessary. Practicing mindfulness really is this simple, and the benefits are terrific. So when you're looking to better manage the stress in your life, incorporate mindfulness practices into your daily experience. What's 1 or 2 minutes a few times a day? But the benefits are much bigger than that commitment. And like I said, the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. So give that a try. If you'd like to learn more about a comprehensive approach to stress management, check out the link below.